Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 5 of the first round, where the Rangers win 5-3 over the Pittsburgh Penguins, and this is the first video I've done standing up where I am happy. The Rangers in Game 5 find a pulse and remind everyone we're not dead yet, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's just get going. You come into the game, you're down 3-1, bad Game 4, just bad. Both games in Pittsburgh actually were quite terrible. So you come into Game 5, you're on the brink of elimination. Positives going into the game, you know you have talent. You've come down from 3-1 deficits in series before in 2014 and 2015. One of those was actually against the Penguins, and you do have a very good goaltender in net. So you can overcome it, it's just very, very difficult. But before the game, we heard from Trouba, we heard from Hedl, from all sorts of players that we know what we need to fix. We need to shoot the puck more, is what Hedl was talking about. We're going to come in ready to play and ready to win. Jacob Trouba. And we just don't. The first period today was the exact same period that was Game 4 in Pittsburgh and the first and third periods of Game 3 in Pittsburgh. We look flat and uninspired. We're physical, but physicality with nothing to back it up is basically useless. We somehow outshoot the Penguins in the first period, 11-10. That being said, I would like you to count on one hand how many... Yes, we outshoot the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, we outshoot the Penguins 10 or 11-10 in the first period. However, you can count on a hand, you can count on a finger. Actually, you can count on an elbow exactly how many of those shots were quality scoring chances, or even just scoring chances in general. None of those shots were intimidating against TikTok chef Louis Domingue. They were just these weak little shots on net that did nothing. And because, of course, Penguins score first in this game, Jake Guentzel, shot on goal, rebound, he gets another shot on goal. Rebound. He gets a third shot, and that one goes in off of Igor's pads. He banks it in off of him. Now, should Igor have had his pads like that, where it was basically just pleading for Jake Guentzel to bank one off of him? No, he shouldn't have. That being said, Rangers, this is a wild idea, I know. Have you considered playing defense? So you leave the first period, you look bad. You just look bad. You go into the second period, and the Penguins score again, and it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. And this one was just, Penguins, I believe, were going for a line change, so you caught them a little bit empty-handed in their zone. Fox pinched way more than he should have. Brendan Schneider was left all alone to try to defend against Evgeny Malkin and Chris Letang. And here's the thing. Brendan Schneider has actually been pretty okay in the playoffs and was great during the regular season for the short little period he had, right? He was a very good defenseman and makes you have a lot of hope for him going forward. That being said, it's Chris Letang and Evgeny Malkin. 2-on-1. Chris Letang is not missing that. It was Fox. Fox has played bad defensively throughout the series to this point. Granted, I thought the entire team turned it around after this, and I will give all of them praise where I feel it is necessary. That being said, this play, bad by Fox, bad by the Rangers defense as a whole. I'm not mad at Schneider. I mean, what are you supposed to do there? He tried to take the pass away, almost did. Shesterkin sprawled out, almost made that save, but they're not missing that. It's 2-1 Penguins, and MSG goes silent. You could hear a pin drop. You could hear a mouse squeak in the rafters. All of the energy was gone. And you're watching it, you continue on, and you just feel like this is it. We're watching the final 30 minutes of Rangers hockey this season. And then, the same man who made the mistake on the Chris Letang play puts us on the board. Rangers have it in the offensive zone, trying to put some pressure on. Andrew Kopp gets the puck to Adam Fox. He waits, and he waited for one to open up on this one. He, with a snipe, puts it past Louis Domingue. A beautiful shot by Adam Fox, and the Rangers are at least on the board. It's now only a 1-goal deficit, and then a line change, and it's the kids' line. The best line the Rangers have iced in the postseason, and it is, I'm not joking, the best player on the Rangers so far in the postseason. Alexis Lafreniere buries one on a gorgeous play and a gorgeous pass from Capo Caco. Buries it to tie the game at 2. They're not done, because then Jacob Trouba, I'll talk about his hit later on, Jacob Trouba carries in, and he waits, and he just starts puck handling and a disgusting backhander, a gorgeous shot, and the Rangers have taken a 3-2 lead. And then, because we can have no nice things, Jake Guentzel ties it like 13 seconds after the Jacob Trouba play. Now, Igor Shesterkin, who I have been incredibly patient with and nice to over this series, and I think all Rangers fans have been, and I'm still not blaming anything of the series to this point really on Igor Shesterkin. That being said, this goal was bad. Shesterkin plays the puck, and not very well, which goalies playing the puck has always been strange to me, right? Like, that's just such a weird thing. Like, goaltenders playing the puck is sort of like if an Uber driver started driving a garbage truck. Come on, what? It's the same principle. I'm driving something. Gotta be honest, I think it's a little bit different. Guentzel scores and ties it at 3, and it was so deflating to go from being down 2-0, and then in under 3 minutes, you have this beautiful play by Adam Fox, and this beautiful play by the kids line, and then this beautiful, disgusting backhanded shot by Jacob Trouba to not only go from being down by a pair of goals to then tie it and then take the lead, and then to give it up after 13 seconds just took the air out of the building. But thankfully, it didn't take it out of the Rangers, because you come into the third period and they were still moving. The Rangers didn't really slow down after the Guentzel goal. They knew they were finding their game, and they continued on with it. And in the third period, the Rangers are on a power play. The first power play does not work, but then the second power play unit comes on, and it is basically just the kids line. And luckily for the Rangers, that is our best line. That's a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying for like another 3 years, if I'm being completely honest. Vatrano carries into the offensive zone. It banks off of Alexis Lafreniere, and it's this weird broken play. Hedl with this diving attempt to kind of get over to it, gets a shot off somehow, beats Louis Domingue, and it is 4-3 Rangers. Philip Hedl getting his game-winning goal in the third period, which was just so fitting and great. And then with an empty net to ice the game, Ryan Lindgren scores. And I'm going to use that segue to go into Ryan Lindgren. What he did tonight, playing through the injury, playing through the extra injury that he sustained during the game, because he left for a few minutes and came back. That is, if the Rangers turn the series around and win the series, and even if they don't, to be quite frank, this is one of the all-time individual game performances, but if we turn it around and win this series, that's an all-time Rangers playoff moment for Ryan Lindgren. What a individual effort from him tonight. And he played, like, this was the thing. It wasn't just that he played while injured and had a couple of, no, he played a lot. He played a lot of minutes. I want to say he was close to 20, which coming off of, like, 3 games being injured, and then still just fighting through it and clearly still hurting, and not just playing a lot of minutes, playing good quality minutes, playing great defense and physical, and getting the empty netter to seal it. Ryan Lindgren was great tonight. And the defense, it pooped the bed early. First period and the first goal of the second, we were pooping the bed. After then, the defense looked great. Defense looked rock solid. I was very happy with the defense after that point. We kind of just figured it out. The offense woke up. We held it into the offensive zone, and that is what you were supposed to do. Another thing, the kids line, final 3 minutes of the game, we held it in the offensive zone for a solid minute with that kids line shift. Again, they're insane. Fox figured out defense later on in the game. He and Lindgren paired back up, looked good. Keandre Miller and Jacob Trouba as a defensive pair looked good defensively. And Trouba, okay. Trouba took a hit on Sidney Crosby. Now, I don't like it. I don't like that he did that. Point blank, I have not seen all of the angles. The one angle that I saw looks bad. If that's the way it looks on every angle, the league probably is going to look at it, and Trouba probably gets a game, which is detrimental. I do not like that play. I am saying I do not like that play. Please do not yell at me, for I do not like that play. Now for the offense, the first line, they continue to, they're getting better. Maybe we're grading on a bell curve. I thought Mika looked a little more engaged. I thought Kreider looked a little bit more engaged. Vatrano continues to look fine. He has not been the problem on that first line. Panarin looked a little bit more engaged. Strome did as well. He had a really nice screen on the Fox goal. So they're getting better little by little. They're still not great. The kids line, I can't sing their praises enough. They look great. Laffy has been the best player on this team in the playoffs. He has been the most physical forward. He's played great defensively. He's been great offensively. Goal and an assist in tonight's game. The kids line is great. And then Hedel with the game winner on a beautiful broken play. Like, they're great. They've been great. I don't know what else. They have been bananas good for this team and have nearly single-handedly, as a collection of children, drug us now to Game 6. Speaking of drug us to Game 6, Igor Shesterkin was mixed tonight. I thought he had a bad play on the third goal. I thought he was kind of not great on the first goal. Second goal is just not his fault. He made some really great saves tonight. There was a crazy flurry. I believe it was like midway or late in the third period where there were a few really high danger shots. He had a few gorgeous saves tonight. I thought he played well at times and great at times, to be quite frank, actually. But then also had a poopy play on the third goal and was not totally to blame because, again, defend. That being said, that his pads were basically a target on that goal. But the Rangers, down 2-0 in this game, rally to force Game 6 in Pittsburgh on Friday night at 7 p.m. And that's the series. If the Rangers win Game 6 and we force it back to Madison Square Garden, I gotta think we win. Like, that's going to be, realistically, the series deciding game in Game 6. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one. And I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. So that's all I have for the evening. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Rangers.